Have you ever paused to think about the literal ground beneath your feet? And then maybe consider the sheer, just overwhelming volume of waste we produce every single day.
It's easy not to, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, both are facing pretty monumental crises right now.
Absolutely. Globally, get this, over a third of our soil is already severely degraded.
And the projections, well, they're grim. Some suggest it could hit, what, 90% by 2050?
90%. They're
Yeah.
talking about the very foundation of, well, everything.
Right.
Our food, our health, ecosystems, just eroding away much faster than it can recover.
It's a massive problem.
And then there's the other side of the coin, right? All this rapid urbanization,
Yeah.
it's generating just unprecedented amounts of organic waste.
Mounds of it. And so much is just unmanaged.
Exactly, causing pollution, pumping out methane, and yeah, paradoxically making those soil problems even worse. It feels like this really vicious cycle.
It certainly does.
But what if?
Hmm.
What if there was an elegant kind of biological solution?
Yeah.
Something that didn't just, manage the waste, but actually transformed it.
Transformed it into something valuable.
Yeah, something that fits right into like a circular economy, aiming for net zero waste.
Okay, I think I know where you're going with this.
Okay, let's unpack this then. Today, our deep dive is all about a tiny insect that might just offer a massive solution to these huge environmental challenges.
The humble black soldier fly.
Precisely. BSF. And its fascinating byproduct, frass.
Right. So the core idea here is the larvae, the BSF larvae. They have this incredible ability.
Incredible's the word. They can eat almost any organic waste, right? Food scraps, farm waste, even brewery leftovers.
So much, and they do it so efficiently, even in conditions that are, let's say, less than sanitary. They just thrive.
Like nature's ultimate recyclers.
Exactly. They rapidly convert all that discarded stuff into useful products.
And the main solid byproduct of that whole process,
Yeah.
that's the BSFL frass.
That's it. It's essentially their excrement mixed with their shed exoskeletons, but it's not just leftovers.
No, it sounds like it's much more. You're saying it's rich in nutrients and microbes.
Packed with them. Essential plant nutrients, beneficial microbes, and these really interesting bioactive compounds.
So what's fascinating here then is that this isn't just, waste diverted from a landfill somewhere.
Not at all. It's actually a powerful natural organic fertilizer. It holds immense promise for enriching and restoring soil.
So how does it work? What does the research show?
Well, the research is compelling. It shows BSFL frass doesn't just improve overall soil fertility,
Yeah.
which is great in itself,
Right.
but it also actively helps correct soil acidification. It significantly boosts microbial diversity, which is crucial,
Okay.
and it even seems to offer protection against certain soil-borne diseases.
Wow. So it's like giving the soil a super concentrated probiotic shot.
That's a great way to put it. Yeah, it directly addresses problems like nutrient loss, pH imbalance, and that lack of microbial life we see in degraded soils.
So beyond just making plants grow bigger, it's actually rebuilding the soil's health from the ground up, tackling multiple problems.
Exactly, multiple
Yeah.
systemic problems.
Okay, but let's dig a little deeper. You mentioned bioactive compounds. What exactly are those and how do they, work their magic in the soil?
Excellent question. So one of the key ones is chitin.
Chitin. That comes from the exoskeletons, right? The shed skins.
Precisely. And chitin acts as a natural biostimulant in the soil. When it's there, it sort of gently signals to plants that, hey, a potential stressor might be around.
Like insects or something.
Exactly. So the plant preemptively activates its own natural defense mechanisms, makes it more resilient.
Deliver.
It also encourages the growth of beneficial soil microbes. These good guys can then outcompete harmful pathogens.
So it helps create a healthier soil food web.
Yes, a more robust and diverse soil microbiome. And that's absolutely vital for things like nutrient cycling and keeping diseases suppressed. It's a really multifaceted benefit.
That really does sound like a potential game changer for, well, sustainable farming. But thinking bigger picture now, what does this whole bioconversion process mean economically, environmentally? Can a tiny fly really tackle the mountains of waste we generate?
Well, if we connect it to that bigger picture, BSF frass isn't just a useful byproduct. It's a critical tool for environmental sustainability.
How so?
It lets us reclaim nutrient cycles. We take what was waste, something destined for landfill, probably generating methane,
Right, a greenhouse gas?
and we turn it back into valuable nutrients. We're closing the loop. And when you think about the sheer volume these larvae can process, tons of waste diverted.
So the scale can be significant.
Absolutely. Facilities are scaling up globally. It's proving that, yes, these tiny insects collectively can make a massive difference, transforming waste into real economic and ecological value.
It really does sound like one of nature's elegant answers, doesn't it,
Hmm.
to these complex problems we've created.
It feels like it.
We're turning something we see as a burden, all that organic waste, into this valuable regenerating resource for our most fundamental asset, healthy soil.
It's incredibly promising, but it's also crucial to be realistic.
Okay, what needs to happen next?
Well, to really unlock all these benefits and scale it up effectively, we definitely need more targeted research in some areas.
Hmm.
We also need clearer regulations, frameworks so everyone knows how to use it safely and effectively.
Standardization.
Exactly. And importantly, much better collaboration between industry, the people actually doing the BSF farming, and academic researchers.
Let's bridge that gap.
Yes. That will help optimize everything, standardize practices, and make sure BSFL frass can be integrated into farming safely and effectively on a much, much larger scale.
So still work to do, but the potential is clearly huge.
Undeniably.
Well, this deep dive into the world of the black soldier fly really shows us, doesn't it, that sometimes the most impactful, the most innovative solutions, they can come from the most unexpected places, even tiny ones.
It certainly makes you think differently.
It really encourages all of us, I think, to rethink what we label as waste. Maybe it's not waste at all, but actually a potential untapped resource just waiting for us to figure out how to unlock its value.